Yes.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
11/3/64.
Okay. Are you working anymore right now?
What?
Are you working?
No.
Okay, what's your address?
1400 Northeast 37th.
73111?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to ask you a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
Which we are legally responsible for giving any false information. So you're saying that you're having some problems with arthritis, hypertension, back problems, and problems sleeping.
I just got diagnosed with an ulcer, you know what I'm saying? For the last almost 2 months, I've been deathly sick, you know what I'm saying? So I had to catch the bus to the Oklahoma Memorial Hospital, you know what I'm saying? And I thought I had COVID or something. I'm just now recovering from that. I mean, really not recovering because I can't really eat anything still. For weeks, I was crawling around, throwing up. They just kicked. I have insurance, Sooner Care now, thank God, but I'm Native American. For like the last 20 years, I've been going to the Indian hospital on Reno. You know what I'm saying?
Reno, okay.
For the last 20, huh?
I'm listening, go ahead.
I said for the last 20 or more years, I've been going to the Oklahoma City Indian Clinic on East Reno. You know, and I'm saying that they have all my history of like when I had that operation on my hand when I shot a framing nailer through my hand, and they've been saying it's arthritis for the last 5 years, but the pain is so bad I can hardly sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to have been doing MRIs or something. You know, I got into it with the Indian clinic because after they gave me my second COVID shot, they told me they was going to give me a $50 debit card, which I really needed because I haven't been working. These temporary jobs have been trying to make me at 55 is when I really gave up on temporary because they was trying to send me to jobs where I had to lift 5-gallon buckets of concrete, stand on my feet. You know, even now, you know, I need to sit down sometimes if I had a job, you know. But these people look at me and they want to work me all day long. You know, I tried to do temporary, but they don't call me no more because I have like a 25-pound limit of lifting. So they don't want me no more now. So I just gave up on that.
Okay, so they don't even give you an appointment.
No, I said they used to call me sometimes, you know, and send me out on jobs that I thought maybe I could do, you know. But now.
Are you married?
No.
Whose house do you live in your house or?
I live in my aunt's house that you know I've been without water for over 3 years through the pandemic.
Oh wow.
The city has been on me because I filed a $10 million lawsuit against Oklahoma City for police officers taking me off and trying to murder me about 30 years, about 30 years ago. I filed a $10 million lawsuit against Oklahoma City for cops taking me off and trying to murder me, you know. And they have boycotted me and treated me all kinds of the city came and took my trash cans, huh? Look, my water's been off for 3 years. My next door neighbor is an ex-cop. I have it all online to prove my case. There's a man that stays next door to me that works for the city or used to work for the city. He's been climbing. I'm a Native American artist. You hear me? So, yeah, so, you know, my art, I had Section 8 in the past, right? Instead of helping me get us go back to school, the city paid, you know, $7,000 to $8,000 a year for me to live in an apartment to give somebody else money. But I was wanting to go to school to probably get some, you know, where I don't have to work like I have all my life, you know. But instead of sending me to school, they paid for me to stay in an apartment. So me being an artist, I just devoted like 5 years of working on my artwork. You understand? And so I had it all hung up inside my apartment. They used to come inside my apartment and be wanting to steal my stuff and leave the key in the door. Turn on all my lights, look through all my stuff. So I had to get my artwork away from there. Because I have like 40 original pieces. You understand? Now this, huh? This man next door that used to be a cop been climbing through my windows, coming inside my house, trying to steal my artwork. You understand? And so I had to put huh? Hello?
I'm listening.
I'm telling you the truth, man. And I can prove everything that I'm saying. The city came and he called the city on me and told them that he wanted to get this house. It's my aunt's house. You know?
Is your aunt deceased?
I don't know, because the last time I talked to her was through COVID-19. You know, when it first started, the last time I talked to my aunt was like 2 years ago on Christmas, but COVID had already started then. You know? So my water's been off for over 3 years, going on 4 years, and the man next door, he works for the city. He used to work for the city, so he's been calling the cops on, my artwork. I'm Native American, so I can have, birds of prey feathers and all kinds of stuff like that the average person can't have, right? So my artwork outside, he's been calling the city on me, so they was trying to get me over that, and then finally they found out they can't do anything about my heritage and me displaying my heritage, and, he was trying to call it an eyesore.
What's your aunt's name?
Shaquita Washington. He was trying to call my artwork an eyesore. You understand?
Oh.
So they was trying to get on me over that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sovereign. I'm government. You know what I'm saying? When you met, I contacted the Bureau of Indian Affairs and everything. They've been snowballing this. I don't know if they think I'm crazy or not, but it's the truth. The Oklahoma City done boycotted me so bad, ma'am, that when I walk off into an Indian museum, they laugh at me.
Oh, wow.
Huh? And I'm a 57-year-old tribal member of the Seminole Nation. You understand?
So Seminole Nation doesn't give you any money for anything?
Listen, they divided the Seminole Nation into two nations. You understand? There's a Seminole Nation of Florida and a Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. Huh? You know what I'm saying? They don't really treat the Seminole, they treat me like I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? Or the N-word. When I walk off inside these places, they treat me like I'm not even Indian, and I'm more Indian than anybody else in there. Huh? Because Seminoles were black people. This is another thing that Oklahoma don't want known that I know. You know what I'm saying? Seminoles were black people. So how can they say that I'm not Indian? Huh? When I'm part Cherokee, Blackfoot, Creek, and Seminole documented. Hello? On both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I just recently got in touch with the Seminole Nation to have all my charts and stuff because of the way they've been treating me at the Indian Clinic. I had to start videotaping myself coming off in there. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way they was treating me and lying to me and just treating me like I'm nothing. And I'm a tribal elder of the Seminole Nation. I hold secrets. I'm a wisdom keeper. I know more about huh?
Wisdom keeper.
I'm a wisdom keeper. I'm 57 years old. Indians didn't live to be 57. But anyway, yeah, thank God. Thank God.
And you haven't sold any of your art, right?
No. It was getting damaged. Listen, they was gonna come in listen, I had this is what I know about Oklahoma City. I had an old friend named Carlene Cadden. She was an artist too. She was Native American. Don't you know that they played like she was crazy, came into our house and stole all of her stuff? It's probably in museums right now. Huh? The Adult Protective Services came in and played like she was a hazard to herself and went into her house and robbed her blind. Melissa Kirk, I'll never forget her name, just like I'll never forget the cop that took me off and tried to murder me. And listen to, there's no statute of limitations on murder. They think I'm stupid. Ma'am, there's no statute of limitations on kidnapping. There's no statute of limitations. Huh?
I didn't know that.
There's no statute of limitations on attempted murder. So all of that stuff that happened to me 30 years ago that I can prove, you think Oklahoma City want me talking about that with all this stuff going on and how they did me? Huh?
Wow.
Oklahoma City, rather than try to work with me through the pandemic of getting the water turned back on here, they came and took my trash cans, and I videotaped it all because of this man next door that wants.
Why do they do that?
Listen, because the man next door told them that my water was turned off, and so they, I'm still trying to maintain and clean up and stuff around here. But instead of helping me, going through what I'm going through, help me get my water turned back off, he wants this house. He probably been taking. He told me one day. He said, "Hey, I ain't trying to get into your business, but who's paying the taxes on your house?" Huh? That means he done already. He think I'm stupid. That means he done been down there to the place to try to get to pay the taxes and steal this house from me, and steal my artwork. When if you know me, if he gets the house, he gets my artwork and everything too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he works for them. He used to. This is another thing too. 20 years ago, I used to work for Century 21, Mary Berry, cleaning up houses and stuff. So I was working on that house inside, cleaning it up when he pulled up. And that's how I know he used to be a cop, because he had Oklahoma City badge on the back of his tag. And he think I forgot about that. Huh? I didn't forget. As a matter of fact, I probably took pictures of it. And why else would they, every time I called the police and tell them the man is climbing through my, I had to put gates up to keep him from being up under my windows listening to me when I was younger having sex and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He used to just go in my backyard and be back there messing around with stuff, taking my things and stuff without my permission, like, you can't do anything about it. Huh? Every chance he got to call the city on me, he did it, because he was trying to get some bills and stuff on this house so he can come over, do what he do and take people's houses from them. I guarantee you that man works for the city in a capacity that he knows the tricks to how to take people's houses from them. He probably done did it to many people, but me being Indian is what stopped him from really doing what he would have been able to do to me here. Because I do believe my tribe is going to help me, protect me from all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to get in touch with him for the last time. And I directed all of my medical information that I'm wanting you to have to prove that I'm not trying to play sick or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to work. You know what I'm saying? But I can't work lifting, steaming all day long, 24 hours a day. 8 hours or 12 hours a day. That's the last job a temporary sent me on. They said it paid $15. I thought they was going to let me be a manager. I mean, because I've been a manager before in the past. You know what I'm saying? And supervisors and stuff. Huh? But the only thing they want me to do is lift heavy concrete. I can't do that. Why can't I sit at a table and tell people what to do? I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3".
And how much do you weigh?
About right now, after all that, I told you for about a month I couldn't eat. I probably weigh about 200 pounds now, but I was like at 240 or something like that. But for about a month I couldn't eat. Just recently, anything I couldn't eat. Anything I couldn't, drink water. Even water I throw it up. For about a whole month and a half, I've been going through this by myself, crawling around on the floor inside this house. That's what I've been trying to work, in the past, but I ain't really got no temporary work in 2 years. And like I said, when they got like weight restrictions and all of that type of stuff, so I have put down that I don't want to lift no more than 25 pounds, and I guess they just immediately omit me, But they used to call me sometimes, but not it ain't been. It's been a long time, and I did have an old man helping me,
So how do you pay your light bills? You just get the different places to...
No, I said I've had some help. For a minute, my aunt was helping me. You know what I'm saying? I told you I just didn't get a chance to talk to her. The last time I talked to her was right around maybe 2 years ago on Christmas. And I don't know if she's dead or alive, but she used to help me. The electricity is in her name.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the Oklahoma City Indian Clinic is where all your medical records are?
I've been going to OU here lately, before 20 years, OU was my hospital. Before, 20 plus years ago, OU was my hospital. Oklahoma, the Children's Hospital. I went there until I was like 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? But then I've been seeing that I've been operated on at Chickasaw Nation Indian Hospital. I've been operated on at Oklahoma Med Center because I couldn't get down there when that framing nail went through my hand. You know what I'm saying? But my hand that I have excruciating pain where I barely can sleep at night. That hand, I was operated at OU Medical Center, but the Oklahoma Indian Clinic did all of the after surgery work. Because they were going to try to charge me all of that money of going back to OU for all of the, them taking the bandages off and checking it and, retaping me and all of that stuff. The Oklahoma Indian Clinic took over all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's free, the medicine and everything, Any Indian.
When was your last surgery?
I had hernia surgery. I think my last surgery was hernia surgery. And it was at the Chickasaw Nation Indian Hospital, Ada, Oklahoma. My last surgery. I think that was it though, but I've had, they put me under twice to have those colonoscopies, but that's not surgery, right? At 50, I had a colonoscopy at 50, and I think I had one at 52, or 53. Stop that. Yeah, I've been suffering, man. You know what I'm saying? And for the longest time, I didn't have, I wouldn't even go try to get no food stamps or nothing until this one lady, told me, she said, you're entitled, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever do that. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking somebody needed it more than me, because I was going to those food shelters and stuff like that, But I was eligible for food stamps for years that I didn't even go get them. And now I thank God for them because without them, I wouldn't be able to survive at all. And like I told.
What medication do you take?
And then like I said, I told you the Indian, I was on like a lit. I was.
Okay, so right now, what do you take?
They just, I'm between doctors and I'm gonna tell you what I'm taking right now. For high blood pressure, they gave me a different medication and it's making me like sick. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even, huh? I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is what OU Med Center gave me.
Oh, OU Medicine? Okay.
Yeah, OU Med Center gave me this, they gave me this, I need my glasses for a second. Let me see. It says AM. They just recently gave this to me, and it's been making me really. It's AMLODIPINE.
And what's that for?
It's supposed to be for my high blood pressure. Do you know what it?
You go back.
Huh?
You probably go back to the hospital if it's making you sick.
It say AMLODIPINE. They just gave this to me about, just recently because I told you I'm having a problem with the Oklahoma Indian Clinic done banned me until August or something like that for me complaining about. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I'm exposing all of this stuff. I went inside the Oklahoma Indian Clinic. I went inside the Oklahoma Indian Clinic with my camera. I don't talk to nobody without my camera now going. I have a camera on my neck that looked like a police camera. You know what I'm saying? And when I talk to people now, because I'm afraid of people on the lies and how they've been trying to hurt me. So I just went off into the. Huh?
You run some blood work on you?
Yeah.
Well, you said this was this year, right?
Yeah. And like I said, I've been begging for pain medication now. You know what I'm saying? Begging these what do you call it? You know, even the Oklahoma Indian Clinic. I was like, is there anything y'all can give me for pain? They was trying to give me ibuprofen when they was pulling my teeth, and that's what I was getting upset about too. You know what I'm saying? Everything, any kind of pain I had, no matter what it was, the only thing they would prescribe for me is ibuprofen. So I believe that messed up my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Because they never would give me any kind of opioids. They act like it was a problem, like I was a drug addict or something like that. And I was begging for, you know, when I was having really excruciating pain, like when they pulled my teeth out, even when I had my hand operated on. But you know, Ada Hospital gave me prescriptions for opioids. You know what I'm saying? And when I got back to the city, they didn't want to, you know, give them to me. So I had to call my tribe and make them fulfill those prescriptions. You know what I'm saying? They got mad about that because they said, who is this nigga up here, you know, telling us what to do? You know what I'm saying? They didn't like that. So I started feeling uncomfortable up there. So every time I went in, I would be videotaping them. You know what I'm saying? On how they was treating me. So the last time, huh?
What school did you graduate from?
I got a GED. I went to, last school I went to was Brookhaven College, Grand Prairie, Texas, where I got my GED.
Brookhaven.
Well, it was called Brookhaven Junior College in Farmers Branch, Texas. That was when I was in my, yeah, that was when I was in my 20s. I think I was 21 or 22 years old.
In Texas?
Huh?
In Texas?
Yeah, I used to live in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Oh, okay.
When I was 20 years old, 21 years old. I worked at DF, huh?
I'm sorry.
But I said I worked at DFW airport when I was down there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying is when I last time I went to the Indian clinic, quit that. Last time I went to the Indian clinic, I was afraid because of the way they had been treating me and stuff. And that was the day that I was supposed to get my second COVID shot. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to give me a $50 debit card for getting my second COVID shot. When I went off and I videotaped the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? When I was, you know, happy, I was talking, I was jovial, I was like my old self, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't creating no problems or nothing because they was trying to make me into a problem maker of me, you know, telling them how they was treating me at times was wrong. But, you know, no cuss words or nothing. So all of a sudden, when I walked off in there and the lady took me off in the room and said, oh, no, we gave the last one the Friday before. And I was like, I don't think that's right. I said, I want to talk to a supervisor. So when I did get to talk to a supervisor, I told them I feel like I'm getting treated differently because of my skin color. And they was acting like they wanted to help me and they got an advocate for me. I left out of that with nothing. And I posted all of that stuff on how they treated me online. And because of that, they made it to where I can't come there no more. I called them recently over my blood pressure medicine, and they said that they couldn't feel it through COVID-19. I needed to come up there and be seen by a doctor, which is a lie, because I ran out of it before, and I told them my problem. They said, well, you know, that blood pressure medicine, I can't remember what it was. I got to try to find it. I was on like 2 different blood pressure medicines that they had me on, and other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But those were my prescriptions. Huh?
What else do you take right now? What medicine do you take right now?
I don't. I'm supposed to be on a whole. Only thing I got now is this. That was trying to help me with my stomach. I'm gonna read it out for you. It's a ONDANSETRONE. I mean RON, 4 milligrams.
And that's for your stomach pain?
Yeah, that's for me vomiting and stuff. Okay, and then the other stuff that they. Oh, wait a minute. That stuff that I told you, that wasn't for my that was for my stomach. What did I tell you? No, that's right. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That I told you that AM. That's supposed to be my new. That's supposed to be my new blood pressure medicine. You know what I'm saying? That stuff. That ain't what I used to take. I can't, I got to try to find the bottles because I was calling them. I told you I called the Indian clinic before I went to this hospital, and begged them to fulfill my prescriptions one last time while I'm trying to find another doctor. They told me they can't do nothing to help me, and they told me I'm boycotted there from until August. They're gonna do a review on whether I can come back or not because me complaining on how I was being treated there.
Okay.
and me, and me,
What was the name of that hospital?
the Oklahoma, the one that boycotted me.
No, no, not the Indian clinic, not the one on Reno. The one you said you went to Ada to get surgery.
It's called the Chickasaw Nation Indian Hospital. You know what I mean?
And when was that?
When I had surgery, when I had my last surgery,
Yes.
I would say about 5 years ago.
Okay, so we're not gonna list that. We're gonna list things in the last 2 years. So everything in the last 2 years is the Indian clinic on Reno and OD Medical, right?
Yeah, and what I'm saying, like I told you, I begged them to give me my prescriptions that I've been taking for years. You know what I'm saying? For arthritis, high blood pressure. It was two medicines. You know what I'm saying? Two different medicines that I took daily.
Have you tried Mary Mahoney? You know, they give free medicine.
I don't have transportation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my hardest part. I gotta catch I had to call the ambulance to take me to the hospital the last time. Now I'm stuck. They told me I said, ma'am, I don't have nobody to help me. Is somebody gonna be able to take me back home? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I have pets that I can take care of. And they said, oh, we're gonna get somebody to take you back home. Don't worry. Well, now when I get there, I'm stuck. And now I'm begging them, well, can the police take me home? Oh, we don't think they can do that. Now I'm stuck in the freezing cold at the hospital. You know? So I got to be careful about going places, man. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And see, they used to give me bus passes.
Did you give us permission?
Huh?
Did you